Welcome to my YouTube channel. I remain myself, Akinado Benga, your online tutor. We'd like you to subscribe, to like, and share these educative and informative contents. And at the same time, I would like you to please turn on your notification button so that you can be aware anytime we drop a video like this on our YouTube. Thank you. Now, today we are going to be doing justice on this mathematics topic that we call simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation, and you should know that we have two type of solving simultaneous equation. We have elimination method, and we also have a substitution method. But I'm going to be using elimination method because that's one of the aspect that our students they always find it difficult to to solve anytime they are doing simultaneous equation. And look at this now, I'm using elimination method. That's what I'll be using, elimination method. If we use substitution method and elimination method, we are still going to arrive to the same answer. So in that regard, anytime we are solving a question like this with the use of elimination method, that's what we call SSS. I want you to take note of this. That's what we call SSS, SSS, and GSA. What does that mean? What it means is that anytime we are using elimination method, this S means same sign we subtract, different sign we add. Look at this now. We are having same sign. This same, we have positive sign and positive sign. So if we are having same sign, we always subtract. But if this one is plus and this one is minus, that means different sign we add. That's what the law says. Now, having known that, let's solve for x first. We want to solve for x. And anytime we are solving for x, you come to this, the other side. 11 multiplied by 5, that will be 11 multiplied by 5. 4 multiplied by 12. You know, I told you that same sign we subtract minus. We are using minus sign because we are having same sign, plus plus. So that will be 4 multiplied by 12 divided by, you come to the other side, 3 multiplied by 5. 3 multiplied by 5 minus, you know, I told you we are using minus sign. 4 multiplied by 2. 4 multiplied by 2. So, having known that, that will now give us 11 multiplied by 5 will give us 55 minus 4 times 12, that's 48. Divided by 3 times 5, 15 minus 4 times 2, 8. So that will now give us, our x will now be 55 minus 48. That will give us 7. So that will be 7 divided by 15 minus 8, 7. So therefore, our x is equals to 1. Now, having gotten our s now, we can now say that substitute for s in any equation that you like. If you like, you can make use of this equation. If you like, you can make use of this equation. You are still going to get the same thing. So let's say in equation 1, you know, this one means it means equation 1. This one means equation 2. So having known that, substitute for s in equation 1. That is, we got 1 for our s now. Exchange, replace this x with 1. That's the meaning. So 2x plus, you bring it at 5y is equals to 12. Let's call this one equation 3. So that would be the x that you have gotten here, you replace it here with 1 plus 5y is equals to 12. So 2 multiplied by 1, that will give us 2 plus 5y is equals to 12. Am I communicating?
sir.
Now, having known that, we collect like times. That's the rules of mathematics. So, collecting like times, that will give us 5y is equals to 12. When this one comes here, this 2, when it crosses this gather, it returns to minus 2. So that will give us 5y is equals to 12 minus 2, 10. So we divide both sides by 5. So therefore, our y is equals to 5 here 1, 5 here 2. So our y is equals to 2. We now see that s is equals to 1, y, our y is equals to 2. That's it. It's as simple as ABC. Now we also give us another question that carries different sign. We have just done the one that has the same sign. And I told you that same signs we subtract. That's the reason why we subtracted here. Different sign we had. So now let me now give you a question that we go in line with this DSA. Let's look at it. So I want you to subscribe, try to like and share these educative contents. So don't benefit it alone. Ensure that all other your friends, your families, they all benefit in what we are doing. So please don't forget. Once again, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this my channel, this YouTube channel. Try and like it and also share it. Now let's look at this another question here. 2x plus 5y is equals to 1 and 3x minus 2y is equals to 30. Now looking at this question now, if you look at this one now, it's carrying different sign, plus and minus. And I gave you something like this before, that different sign we do what? We add. Different sign we had. We are having different sign here now. So definitely we are going to add. Now, having known this, we apply the same method. Our x is equals to 30 multiplied by 5. 30 multiplied by 5. I say that different sign we are adding this time around. And also 2 multiplied by 1. 2 multiplied by 1 divided by 3 multiplied by 5 plus 2 multiplied by 2 here. So having known this, 30 multiplied by 5 will give us 150, if I'm not mistaken. 150 plus 2 multiplied by 1, 2 divided by 3 times 5, 15 plus 2 multiplied by 2, 4. So having known that, so 150, our x is equals to 150 plus, that's 152 divided by 15 plus 4, 19. So how many 19 can we see in 152? Let's try and draw mathematics. 19 times 7, what would that give us? Let's say 19 times 7, 7 times 9, 3. That won't be the answer. Let's try and use, let's say 6. 6 times 4, no. Another, it's, let me try and look at, okay. Let's try 8. Let's try 8. That's 8 times 9, that's 2. Then that's 7. 8 times 1, 8 plus 7, that's 152. So that means our x is equals to 8. So, having known that, you are not expecting to be using calculator. That's why I don't want to use calculator. I'm trying to rack my brain to to sort out the actual answer. Now our x here is equals to 8. That's what our s is. Our s is equals to 8. Then we now substitute. We substitute for x. Don't forget this one is equation 1 and this one is equation 2. So substitute for x in equation 2. Let's use equation 2. And if you like, you can use equation 1. So that will be, you bring it out, 3x minus 2y. Are we following? 30. So that's it. You can call this one equation 3. You can call it equation 3. So now, having done that, we replace this x with 8. That will give us 3. That's the meaning of substitute. 3 bracket 8 minus 2y is equals to 30. So 3 times 8 will give us 24 minus 2y is equals to 30. Then we try to collect like terms. So if we are collecting like terms, that will give us minus 2y is equals to 30. When this one comes here, it turns to minus 24. I want communicating, so that will now give us minus 2y is equals to 30 minus 24. That will give us 8. We divide both sides by 2. So definitely minus y is equals to 4. And in mathematics, alphabet will not carry minus. So we can easily say y is equals to 4. So we now see that x is equals to 8. Our y is equals to minus 4. Equals to minus 4. So minus y is equals to 4. So we change it to 4 because this y cannot carry minus sign, negative sign. So we're going to attach. Okay, this is another question of mathematics. This question also, for those of us that were in science class, you look at it, this is also a physics question as well. So now looking at this, a man runs a distance of 2 kilometers in 5 minutes. The question asks is that we should calculate his average speed. We should calculate the average speed. The first thing first we are going to do is that you have to convert this kilometer to, you convert it to meter. And what do we mean by that? You should know that 1,000 meter will give us 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer makes 1,000 meter. So by converting this one now to meter, that will now give us 2 multiplied by 1,000 meter. And that will give us 2,000 meter. The same thing is applicable to this 5 minutes. This 5 minutes we convert it to seconds. So this 5 minutes we change it to seconds, and by changing that will now give us, because 60 seconds make what 1 minute. So that will give us 5 multiplied by 60, which is equals to what 300 seconds. And mind you, our formula for calculating average speed, as given to us in the question, they ask us to calculate the average speed. And the formula for calculating the average speed, look at it very well, average speed. So our average speed here is going to be distance over time. So we can say that total distance, according to the question, total distance over total time. And our total distance is 2,000 meters, according to the question, according to what we get here. So 2,000 meters divided by our average speed. So 2,000 meters divided by 300 seconds. So that will give us 0 cancel 0, 0 cancel 0. So that will give us 20 divided by 3. And if you look at it very well, that should give us, our average speed should be 3 in 20. That should give us 6 points. How many 2 can we see in 2 again? That should give us 6.67. So that will be our final answer. 6.67. We can call it meter per second. So anytime we are given average speed meter by per second, even in physics, this is a form. I mean, this is a symbol for average speed in physics. For those of us that we are in the science class, so our average speed is equal to another edition of mathematics class. But before we proceed, please subscribe, like, and share this educative information to your friends and to your friends and families. Now let's look at this question. For the benefit of those of us that were in JSS classes, junior classes, or in primary school, this topic is called dividing by decimals. But what we discover is that most of us, if we see something like this, a question like this, we just go and be pressing our calculator. So you don't need calculator for this at all. You don't need calculator for anytime you are dividing by decimal like this. Now you look at this question. Now the question says 12 divided by 0.003. 12 divided by 0.003. Now when you are having this question, now this is your decimal point. What you just have to do is that let's count it from here to here. 1, 2, 3. So having known that we are having 3 numbers at the front of our decimal. So now we now bring out this your 12. So this means that we are having 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You now divide it by this last figure 3. That will be 12,000 divided by 3. So that will give us I think that should give us 4,000 if I'm correct. 4,000. That if you press your calculator, that's what you are going to get. So you don't need any calculator. Now the same thing is applicable here. Looking at the figure at the front of this decimal too, we are having 1, 2, and 3. So this is the number of value at the front of this decimal. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Divided by the last figure here 2. So that will give us 3,000. It's very simple. Looking at this one too, look at this now. We consider those values at the front of this decimal point. That's what we are counting. Look at this 1, 2. So you come here and write this 32, this numerator 32. You add the value that you see at the front of this decimal 1, 2, 1, 2. You divide it by 4. So that will be 3,200 divided by 4. That should give us 4 times 8, that's 800. That should give us 800. Now if you understand what I've been teaching you so far, I want you to solve this question yourself. Solve it at home and try and drop the answer on the comment section on YouTube, so if you can solve this, that means you understand what I've been teaching you so far. So I'll be expecting your answer. 14 divided by 0.7. So what will your answer be? Thank you. Okay, all right. Let's do justice to this question on the board. The question says increase 88 in the ratio 2:5. Increase 88 in the ratio 2:5. For those of us in senior primary school, primary 5, primary 6, these are simple questions in our commentaries. And some of our students, some of our pupils, they find it difficult to do this very simple arithmetic. Now, anytime they ask you to increase a figure in the ratio like this, what you have to do is that if this increase, you apply the highest ratio as your numerator, and you make use of the smallest figure as your denominator. But if the question is decrease, if you are decreasing, that means the smallest ratio is what you are going to use as your numerator, and you make use of the biggest ratio as your denominator if it is decrease. But this question is saying decrease, I mean increase. We are still going to solve question on decrease anyway. But this question says increase 88 in the ratio 2:5. Now, having known that, that will now give us. Now, I told you that if it is increase, we are making use of the biggest, the highest ratio as our numerator. That will be 88 multiplied by 5 divided by 2. Eighty-eight multiplied by 5 divided by 2. We are making use of the highest ratio for the numerator and the smallest ratio for the denominator. Now, having known this, what is going to be 88 times 5? 5 times 8, that's 40. Write 0 and keep 4. 5 times 8, 40 plus that 440 divided by 2. So that will give us, how many 2 can we see in 44? That will give us 220. That's our final answer. But let's look at another question. Let's look at this question again. Decrease 120 in the ratio 3:5. Decrease 120 in the ratio 3:5. This one is decrease. Don't confuse yourself. This one is decrease. The other question that we solved was increase. So anytime you are saying decrease, as I've said, that will now be your solution. Our solution, we are making use of the smallest ratio as your numerator. That will be 120 multiplied by 3 divided by 5. It's different from this one, where we make use of the highest ratio as our numerator and the smallest ratio as our denominator. So now, in this case, we are making use of the smallest ratio as our numerator and the highest ratio as our denominator. That's what we did here. 120 multiplied by 3. So that should give us 360. If I'm not mistaken, 360 divided by 5. So how many 5 can we see in 36? That should give us 7. We mean that 1. We join that 1 to this, making 10. 5 in 10. 2. That's our final answer. So by decreasing 120 in the ratio 3:5, that will give us 72. Now, if you know that I want to test you, I want to evaluate you whether you understand what I've been teaching you so far. Let's use this one as an assignment. Let's look at this. The question says increase 100 in the ratio 2:5. So let's see, whatever answer you get, try and drop the final answer comment section. So I will read it from there. So that will assure me that you are following me. You are trying to ensure that you subscribe, try and like and share this our content and this platform. You share it to your friends and ensure that you turn on your notification button. Always turn your notification button anytime, anything, so that you can get all these beautiful educative information that will be dropping in our video. Thank you. Have a blessed day.